G'day, I'm Jenny, and together with my husband Ray, we have 16 children, and we live here in Queensland in Australia. Now at the moment, we still have 9 of our children living at home, which is still a big household, and we have a lot of expenses. But regardless of whether you have a big family or a little family or where you live in the world, the rise in the cost of living is affecting everyone. So sit back, I'm going to give you my top 5 tips to save money at the grocery store. Now with the rise in the cost of living, the family budgets are absolutely taking a beating at the moment. And although overhauling a family budget and making sure that you're getting the best value for money for everything that you spend your money on is a great idea, one of the quickest and easiest ways to save a few dollars is to look at what you spend at the supermarket. So I'm going to give you my top 5 tips on how I save money at the grocery store, and I hope they're going to help you as well. Now anyone who knows me knows that I love to make a list. I have a list for pretty much everything, but when you go to the grocery store, a list is going to keep you so much more organized and make your grocery shopping so much easier. Now there are so many apps that you can use, or you can use the notes section on your phone nowadays to keep a list of groceries that you need to buy. But if you're like me, I like to have a pen and paper to write my list out. Now if you're going to take a paper list to the grocery store, make sure it's a size that's going to work. Don't have it too small or too large. I can fit 2 of my grocery lists onto an A4 size piece of paper, and I just print them out whenever I need one. So I have several categories on my page. I start with my fruit and veg, so I can write down everything that I need there. Then I have a section that deals with just meats. The next category is frozen foods. I have a dairy section. I have a dry goods section. This is where I write down what cereal boxes I might need, or canned vegetables, or pastas, rice, any dry goods, any other things that you need to write on there goes into that section. I have a household section, so this covers all of my cleaning products that I need around the house, or paper goods as well. Definitely all of your cleaning products go into the household category. Then I have a toiletries section. This covers shampoo, conditioner, soap, bubble bath, and also things like toothbrushes or hairbrushes or hair ties or any of those types of things that the kids might need. And then of course always have a sundries section, because there's always something that's not going to fit into any of those other categories. So you might be just buying batteries or something like that, or a new torch for the house. So that's where I will pop those items. Now I keep a pantry book at home and a freezer list. So whenever I clean out my freezers, I write down everything that's in there, and then I will know what I have that I can use to make a meal plan with, and then also what I need to buy to stock back up the freezers. And now I do the same with the pantries. I just have a simple little notebook that each page has, shelf 1, shelf 2 in the pantry, and I just keep a general idea of how many cans of this or jars of that I've got, and then I know how many I can fit in the pantry and then how many I need to buy. Grocery stores have a great way of putting what they want to sell right at eye level and right at the front of the store, so that as you go in you think, oh, I might need that, so you'll put it into your trolley. So the list will keep you organized, it will stop the temptation of buying extra things, and you won't miss anything that you actually needed to get. There's nothing worse than getting home and then realizing that some of the important things on your list have been missed because you didn't have it written down and you didn't remember it when you were in the store. And when you run out of something at home, write it down on your list straight away so that you don't forget it next time you go to the supermarket. Now my next tip is to watch the half price specials. Now, I'm a big fan of a half price sale. I don't want to have to pay full price for anything that I don't have to. So I'm always watching the catalogs for their half price or a markdown product. If it has for quick sale on it and it's got a sticker on it, then I'm always checking those out, because you will save a heap of money by buying those products. So the half price specials will be advertised in their catalogs, and you can also get apps to put on your phone now which will do a comparison between stores and will let you know where all the half price sales are. So you're going to want to know your products, and you're going to want to know their regular prices so that you can tell whether it's a really great bargain or not. And then that will tell you how much you should stock up on that item. At half price, that's a great bargain. So don't just buy one. If you can afford it, buy 2, 3, 4 of them, and then you've got some always spare in your cupboard. And there is a pricing cycle. So particularly with the half price items, you will watch that every 6-8 weeks they will come on half price sales again. So if you miss out once, don't panic about that. You can always go back and buy it the next time round, but they will regularly come on sale at half price. So they just had a half price sale on some ice blocks that our kids love to eat, and being the fact that it's the middle of summer here in Australia, it's very hot and the kids love to eat a lot of them. So they came on half price. So instead of just buying 1 or 2 packets of them, we actually bought a couple of boxes of them, and I just keep those stored away, and then as we need them we can pull out each bag and put them into the freezer and freeze them up. And then you're going to save all of that money. Again, why would you pay full price for a product when it comes on half price on a regular cycle? So keep an eye on the catalogs, check out the different apps that you can get for your phone, and see if you can save some money that way. Now my next tip is to always check the unit price of the items that you are buying. I think we have this mindset that big is going to be cheaper, we should buy in bulk, but that's not always the case. Sometimes the smaller products suit better, and they can actually be cheaper per unit, per size. So how do we work out the unit price? So what you have to do is take the total cost of the product and divide it by the size. So you are looking at how many grams are in that product, how many kilos or litres. Perhaps if you're looking at things like toilet paper or paper towels, you'll need to know how many sheets, how many little pieces of paper are on each roll, and then you can divide that into the price, and that will give you a unit value, and then you can work out which is going to be the cheapest option for you to buy. Now, a lot of the supermarkets these days have taken that work out of our hands, which is fantastic, and you can look on the stickers and it will tell you the unit price down the bottom. So check that out and then make the comparison with all the other products in the area of what you're going to be buying, and then you can make a great choice. Now, we all have different products that we like in our homes, and we all have different budgets. So you have to work within your budget, and unit pricing will save you money for sure. But there are some products that I like to buy personally that is not the cheapest option. I think that you have to also take into consideration what you will use in the time frame before that product may be out of date, or what can you store in your home, or again, just a personal preference as to what you like to use. So we have things, we get a lot of comments whenever I do a grocery haul about tomato sauce. When I buy tomato and barbecue sauces, I buy the small bottles. Now, I could save a few dollars by buying a large bottle and filling up the smaller bottles, but on the bottle of tomato sauce it says once it's been opened you should refrigerate it, and that's the way I like to keep the sauce in our house. I know some people just pop it straight back into the pantry, and that's also fine, but we like to keep it in the fridge, and therefore I don't have space in my fridges for big, 1 and 2 litre bottles of tomato sauce. So I tend to buy just the little bottles, and I can store those in my pantry and bring them out whenever we need to open a new one, and that suits us fine. If our budget got any tighter, yes, I would try and make adjustments for some products like that, and I might start buying the big ones that I can refill smaller bottles with. But whatever you choose, it's okay. Don't let anyone tell you that you shouldn't be buying certain things that you like in your family. Unit pricing is definitely a way that you can save some money. So tip number 4 is to use reward cards. There are heaps of different cards out there, lots of different offers. Unfortunately, we don't have couponing here in Australia, but I know in other countries they have couponing, which sounds like a great way to shop. But anywhere where you can redeem your shopping for points that you can use later on towards your groceries is also going to help with your budget. So take your cards with you, or I think now there's a lot of apps where you can actually load your actual card into your phone, so that most of us carry a phone with us everywhere, so you'll always have your card with you. But if you go to the store and you forget to take your card with you, you can always take it back the next day with your docket, and you can still get those points added to your reward card. Before you head to the supermarket, always check your emails or any offers that the companies are giving you, and make sure that you either boost or activate all of those offers. You might be getting triple points, or you can save up over a few weeks and get a special bonus lot of points at the end of that time. So that's definitely worth having. So what you can either do is save up all of those points and let them accumulate through the year. You might like to put them towards your Christmas shopping, or you can actually redeem those points for gift cards that you can use on your next grocery shop. So help out your family budget, use your reward cards, use any special offers that are out there, and that will help reduce the price of your groceries. So the last tip I'm going to talk about today is about using generic brands, about swapping to a cheaper brand. Now, as I said before, everybody's got their own budget and their likes in their family, so you have to work within what you can spend. If you've got the extra money and you like a particular brand and you want to buy it, you go right ahead and buy that. But if you want to save a few extra dollars, just swapping to the generic or the store's own brand will help with that. When you're looking for an item, the generic brand is not going to be at eye level. It will be probably on the bottom shelf or on the top shelf. It's not going to be right where it's going to grab your attention. So you may have to look a little bit for it. But once you find it and you check out the difference between the stickers and the prices, then you'll see the great savings that can be made. So don't be scared to try the cheaper brands. A lot of these products are made by exactly the same company that are making the branded products as well. So I would encourage you just to use the generic brands for things like your pantry staples and your cooking products. So items like flour, sugar, salt, oil, all of those products are going to be exactly the same, whether it's a generic brand or a branded one. So even if you want to buy branded products for other things, all of your pantry staples, you can save a lot of money each week by just buying the generic. So I hope you'll try out some of those tips, and I hope it will save you some money at the grocery store. So these are tough times and everyone's having a bit of a struggle with the rise in prices of everything, but you're doing a great job. So keep trying. We're going to do this together, and I will put up some more videos with some budget tips and some cost-saving recipes for your family. Now, don't forget to subscribe. We love to have you here with us, and thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. God bless.